Hey guys, and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. So between episodes, I've been working on some more of our tier 5 seeds, and to accommodate for all of the extra seeds we now have, I've added 24 more farms. So we have 12 on the left hand side here, and 12 on the right, which now are added to these separate drawer networks on the left and right hand side. And I've managed to craft up all of the tier 5 seeds we have available to us. So I think there is only 2 here that we don't quite have yet, which is zinc, but we do have the rest of these, which is awesome. There is also dragon egg at the end here, which I think we're going to have access to today. But we now have some really nice things, including titanium, wither skeleton, end steel, all of the Thaumcraft seeds, and cold iron. And since we no longer use this crucible here to make thaumium, I've switched it over for unfired jars, which are now on passive. So yeah, last episode we were working through the Draconic Evolution chapter, and hopefully we can finish this off today. I don't know, let's see. So our first quest for today I'd like to tackle is this one for the dragon token. To get the token though, we're actually going to need the dragon egg, which is still here from the second time we defeated the dragon. Where did that thing go? There it is. And we actually want to sawmill this thing, which is going to give us slices of dragon egg. And these slices we have to combine with triple compressed cobblestone and a wyvern core. And this is going to give us our dragon token. So with our dragon token, we have to make awakened cores to unlock the next quest. However, to get this, we do need awakened draconium, which comes from crafting the block, and we have to use fusion crafting with some of our draconic cores, a dragon heart, which I'm sure we should have actually, and 8 charged draconium, which is just a recipe in the laser focus. And yeah, we do have 2 dragon hearts to work with currently. So 4 draconic cores, 1 dragon heart, and our charged draconium. Oh, this is charging really slow this time. Oh yeah, almost 2 billion RF. Yeah, no wonder it's taken a while. Wow, that really did take like 20 minutes to craft up there. But we have Awakened Draconium. So with this thing, we could go to the left side of the quest tree here and pick up the scheduling processor that I mentioned last episode. And I think we will pick this up later on. But first let's go back over and make our Awakened core. Or 4 of these Awakened cores actually. Oh wait a second, 4 of these Awakened cores means we need more dragon tokens, don't we? Well, this certainly won't be the last time we request wyvern cores this episode, but let's start it right now. And our Awakened core is just finished. Yeah, 1 of 4. And to get any more of those, we need more dragon eggs. So it's time for the dragon fight. Yep, there's dragon number 1. And we'll take the egg. And dragon number 2. So yeah, with our new dragon eggs, we have to sawmill at least 1 of these things, and make 3 more dragon tokens. And we can get our last 3 awakened cores. But anyways, now we have to use 1 of our awakened cores to make an awakened dragon token. Gives us 3 draconic machine frames, and this is where we get access to our dragon egg seeds. Which is actually a really simple craft now. We got those dragon scales from killing some of those ender dragons, and we just need some essences and a tier 5 crafting seed. We can drop this pattern into our laser and request our dragon egg seeds, which I guess is going to be our first tier 6. But yeah, to plant this crop, we actually need to plant it on the dragon egg crux. We can't use the salix oil that we've been using for all of the other crops. And this is the reason why we had to fight the dragon twice today, as we need a full dragon egg for this, along with another scale and a block of awakened draconium. So we'll have to convert some of our ingots back, but we should just be able to request this crux as well, and our seeds have finished crafting. So obviously at the moment we are only limited because we only have the 1 crux, so we can only plant 1 of these crops. Actually, does it spread to other crop sticks? Oh, it does spread. It spreads but it doesn't grow. Okay, that's fair. Okay, let's add this to our drawer network. Give the essence its own crafter, and now we're creating our dragon egg chunks. We can also create Dragon's Breath with this, although I don't think at this point we actually need Dragon's Breath. So yeah, with our dragon egg chunks we can create dragon eggs. We also now have the ability to craft dragon hearts. However, this does require green hearts. And the green hearts in this pack are not the easiest things to craft. It does require the runic altar. But these cores we have on passive. These demon blood shards we made many chapters ago actually. But the crystal mixture we already have. We have tons of red hearts backlogged. The orange hearts we can craft from withering souls. And we get these from our wither farm that we set up last episode. And the supremium ingots we already have. This is just from our laser focus. So we need 7 more dragon hearts for our quest, which may take a while, but hopefully our Botania is robust enough to keep up with this. Oh yeah. For sure. Oh, but we do have to make sure we filter these ranged collectors to pick up the green hearts when the runic altar crafts them. And we also need 10 more dragon eggs, which are very easy with the chunks. Awesome, so this opens up a couple of different quests for us. Some of these, again, are optional. These two to the left and the right is a better magnet, which looks expensive for what it is. So I think we'll come back to that one. What I think we should work on next, since it's going to take a little while, is the Draconic Fusion Crafting Injectors, which is the upgrade to the Wyvern that we made last episode. However, now we do have access to Awakened cores. So having a closer look at this recipe here, we need a total of 18 Awakened cores, which in and of itself is 72 Wyvern cores, plus 2 more for the fusion injector itself, takes us up to 90 Wyvern cores just for our fusion crafting injectors. And 90 Wyvern cores equals 360 Draconic cores. So things are getting extremely crazy here, and since we've got so many fusion crafts, I think it's also about time that we automate this fusion crafting core. So to automate this fusion crafting, it's actually a very simple setup here. I think we can just get away with doing something like this, which is similar to something we set up in Omnifactory actually. Then I've run an applied energistics connection over here, hooked up to an ME interface, which is plugged into an actually additions item interface, and then into an item laser. And the laser coming off the interface is connected to all 3 of these lasers on the injectors, plus also one on the fusion crafting core, which is on the highest priority. Then we have a redstone clock to constantly pulse this crafting core with redstone in order to activate the craft. And that saves us having to start it in the UI here. And the finished product will be extracted from the bottom and straight back into the interface, which is actually on the wrong channel. This should be on blue. There we go. We just have to be careful when we encode the recipes that we make sure that the item that goes in the center, in the core, is the first item that we include here in the pattern. So we want the recipe for Awakened Draconium and also Awakened cores. And these will be put in this interface. And we're also actually missing the recipe for the dragon token, and also the slice of dragon egg, which has to go through the sawmill again. And if I recall correctly, we don't actually have a sawmill in our base that is connected to AE2. The one that was here was purely manual, and there's absolutely no chance we're fitting it in back there, so let's find a new spot for this. And you know what, since we now have Yellorium seeds, we actually don't need this smelter anymore. Hook up the sawmill, and put our pattern inside. And since this is a mechanism machine, we do have to output from a different side, unfortunately. And this now means we can request our slices of dragon egg. Yeah, and now just to test out our fusion crafting setup, so we can request Awakened Draconium with a little bit of crafting here. I think it's crafting more Draconic cores. We should see the items show up here in the injectors any minute now. Oh, and we'll also have to enable blocking mode before I forget, and make sure these are on single item mode active. Awesome, the items get sent to the correct spots. The charged draconium ended up in the middle. And again, now to wait another 45 minutes. No, it's more like 20, but it's still a long time. And done. So I actually switched out the power cell here with a quantum entangloporer, which is connected on the output of our induction matrix up the top there. And I'm pretty sure that does have a bigger power throughput than the power cell does. At least it seemed faster. Let's just make sure we facade all of this. And I guess we're short 15 more Awakened cores. Okay, we're short some demon ingots. Everything else looks good. Some void buckets, that's a buffer issue. Arboreal essence. Some more blood magic incendium, terry, and lunar reactive dust. Well, the demon ingots should be an easy fix. We can just increase this from 1024 to 10,000. Sure, why not? This is basically free for us anyway. The lunar oh wait, we just upgraded astral sorcery levels. Anyways, the lunar reactive dust is made in this resonator, which could do with some upgrades. And in fact, I think the reason we run out is because I upgraded the alloy smelter for Demon Lord, so it's probably still filling buffers. The arboreal essence though is a little bit trickier. I think we make that over here. I wonder if we're actually out of materials for this. Yeah, we're out of the coagulated blood, I think it is. Hardened blood droplets is what it is actually. Yeah, we're still making slates over here. Let's make sure we switch this out for coagulated blood. And we should have enough slates backlogged by now. We have like over 700 of the basic ones, 2,000 ethereal slates, and 1,400 rainbow slates. So yeah, our slates are going to be good for a little while. And in fact, to craft the coagulated blood, it only takes, I think, 1,000 LP. So yeah, we can do like full stacks at a time. And the void buckets here, we can just increase the drawer limit. Yeah, now we're creating arboreal essence. The blood magic here though is just going to be a little bit of a waiting game, I think. We have some on-demand recipes to back this up as well, so... Alright, we're up to 8 Awakened cores, with the 9th one currently crafting. Our bottleneck here is actually blood magic, so I think we'll just continue to order them one by one. But in the meantime, let's look ahead a little bit at our next quests. After getting the fusion injectors, we have to start working on our singularities, which is going to be exciting. So, to make our singularities, we need a Quantum Compressor, which looks like this. So I have a feeling we're going to be making a few of these things eventually. Oh, and Thaumcraft again. I went back to the emptiness again, and I regret every minute of that. Anyway, since I think we're going to be making multiple of these, we definitely should encode a pattern for this. Okay, not too bad. I'm kind of scared to see what we're missing though. Oh, the blood orb. That's actually nice. That's nice. We do have to remember though that this will take another 4 Awakened cores, which will steal away from our fusion injectors, but yeah, looks like we've got all the materials for this at least. And to speed this process up a little bit more, we can actually add probably another 4 alchemy tables. And we can duplicate this setup 4 times to give us 4 times the crafting capabilities. We should have enough LP in our blood network built up for this. It's just that this is way too slow. So yeah, let's add 4 more of these tables. That's not how you place that thing. Yeah, this doesn't look silly at all, does it? Alright, so it's actually been many hours since the last clip. And we now have 18 Awakened cores, 18 Wyvern cores, 18 Mystic ingots, and 18 Crystalline ingots. And I think I mentioned earlier about the life essence in our LP network. Well, we actually did run out of that stuff. The buffer is refilled, but we went down to 0. And we ended up with permanent nausea. So I had to upgrade this blood altar again, with a lot more displacement runes to give more throughput on the life essence. And many runes of the orb, which increases the rate that the blood altar can fill the blood orb. But I think we're still net positive over here on our LP generator. Yeah, this black hole tank is still filling up. But anyways, let's begin this very expensive process of upgrading our fusion injectors. There's the first one finished. Now to do that 9 more times. Alright, here we go. Draconic Fusion Injector number 9. Oh, and I guess we have to mine them all for the quest. Nice. Oh man, that took so long to do that. Let's make sure we put them back though. Anyways, that leads us on to scary monsters and nice dragons. So we have to collect some Chaos Shards, and you know what that means. It's time for the Chaos Guardian fight. And while the original plan was to actually build the Draconic armor set, which would mean going down the whole crafting tree that we looked at last episode, basically all this stuff. Apparently it's actually possible just with the Stellar set, so long as we have Last Stand on there. And Last Stand basically just prevents death, as long as you have XP levels, which is absolutely no problem for us. We have 1700 player levels here. Yeah, maybe 1700 is a little much. Let's take 1000. Yeah, 1000 levels should be plenty of Last Stand charges for us. And you may have also noticed this episode that I built a new laser gun here. So this thing, I was just experimenting with some of the new materials we have. However, now that we have access to Draconic Evolution Awakened cores, this does actually trump the Wyvern that we had on there before. Plus we have this cool new trait on this gun, which allows us just to teleport. So in case we get into a little bit of a sticky situation with the dragon, yeah, we can just do this. We just have to wait for a few more Awakened cores to craft for this though. We can also look at some Astral Sorcery perks. So by first crafting up the Shifting Star, and then upgrading the Shifting Star into the Irradiant Star, and we want the Visio attuned one, which I guess we'll need the Visio attuned rock crystal for this as well. Should be in here somewhere. There it is. This upgraded star will actually let us reset our perk points. But unlike the Shifting Star, we actually keep all 37 levels that we had previously. And instead of going for the perk experience build that we had before, I mean 37 levels is already a lot with Astral Sorcery. It takes like days to level up right now. Instead, I think we're going to grab some Runic Shielding. Or maybe not actually. Let me think about this actually. Alright, so this is the build I've decided to go for. The main highlights here being the Phoenix Blessing, just in case this will negate death. We have a ton more elemental resistances and maximum life, so we now have up to the purple hearts. I think we were capped here before on blues. So yeah, Avitas over here is just for some more life. We have Dissidia for added crit, Armana for some more elemental resistances, and then over here I've taken the Thorns perks, which reflects melee damage. So yeah, probably not the most efficient build to go, but I don't know, it's fun messing around with this stuff. But yeah, the last 3 Awakened cores just finished. So let's craft up an Awakened pipe piece, and add this to our laser gun. taking us from 17 attack damage up to... oh, it's still 17. Maybe we should remake this thing then. Yeah, so I gathered a new set of materials here. This time we're going to go for Awakened Pipe Piece, Diamantine Laser Medium, Manual Battery Cell, and Star Metal Tough Tool Rod, which gives us a base attack of 11. And this one here was a little bit of a waste, but oh well. Anyways, we want to put on an extra 3 modifiers for this. And we can max this thing out with quartz to give it even more sharpness. Yeah, this takes us up to 18. And we'll also put a reinforcement modifier on here. Alright, let's not delay this any further. I've recharged all of our gear, picked up some potions, and I also crafted up some of these Supremium apples, which gives us a bunch of different buffs we can use. Alright, here we go. So first of all, we have to go to 10,000 blocks away. Where are we at here? 1,000? Yeah, we have to fly pretty far actually. I remember in interactions it was only 5,000, but here I think it's default of 10,000. So I've got to hold W here for about 10 minutes. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, we must be getting close right about now. We're at 9,000, 10,000. It's going to be coming up any second now. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, this is not normal generation. Oh, there we go. Now it's generating. Okay, let's step back a second, make sure we're prepared. And we'll waypoint this one just in case. Let's go greet the Chaos Guardian. Oh, this is some interesting generation. We got a ship right in the middle. There he is. He's a lot smaller than I remember him. So how did this go? Inside first? Is it inside first? I don't remember. Ow. Okay, I think we got 2 of the crystals down here. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't actually take damage. Oh, yeah, we're taking a lot of damage. Even though I've done this fight a couple of... oh, there we go. Yeah, even though I've done this fight a couple of times, it's still a little bit scary every time you do this. But I think it is inside crystals first. Yeah, that one's down. That one's down. Last one? Yeah, that was the last crystal. Now to get the outside crystals. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, run, run, run. There's 3 crystals. There's 4. Oh, this is so much more smooth than interactions. Let's get another apple actually. Make sure we regen. This crystal ain't going down for some reason. I can't destroy this one. Alright, all the crystals are down. We just have to kill the Chaos Guardian now. If we can actually get in range. I'm holding right click right now. Come here. Oh, he's so fast. Okay, that's not a lot of damage at all actually. Now we're hitting him. Nice. Okay, it's now just basically to tail this guy and hold right click. And wait till he turns around. We can get a few shots on him. Oh, that was some decent damage. Oh, and this phase, yeah, he just rapid fires from the middle. From what I remember, the best thing to do here is actually to get near him. And that forces him out of the animation. As much as the instinct is to run, like that is the wrong move because those things will actually track you, so... At least we're getting some hits on him. Oh yeah, he's flying back to the center. You have to get close to him. He should break out the animation. There he goes. Oh wait, one of the crystals respawned. Oh no, don't let him regen. Oh, it's not destroying. There we go, got it. Okay, he is almost half HP, which means he's going to start firing those ender pearls at you. And those basically teleport you away from the island. And if you get too far away, then basically all the crystals respawn. So we definitely want to avoid those things. Okay, we're close. We're close. We're getting close. Oh, another crystal respawn. We're getting them now. Still haven't seen any of those ender pearls that I mentioned earlier on. Oh, I think I just seen one actually. I just seen an ender pearl there. We have to be careful. We definitely don't want to be teleported away now. We're close. We're close. Couple more hits. Oh, he managed to get another crystal up again. Where did he go? There he is. Okay, dragon, let's finish this. Oh, there's the pearls. No! We're so close. We got him! We got him! Awesome. Oh, and here comes the lag. Yep. This is all the meteors. Oh yeah, big explosions. Big explosions. What we're really here for though is the Chaos Shards, which should be in the middle of this island. I don't know where the middle is, but let's just dig down and we'll... Oh, this was exactly the middle. We do have to be careful though, as this will explode the whole island and one-shot us once we mine this. Here goes nothing, I guess. Make sure you pick them up. And let's get out of here. Nice. Mission successful. And we got our 5 Chaos Shards. Alright, so that opens up our last quest here in Draconic Evolution. Don't worry, we will be completing the rest of these things. I just want to kind of take a peek at the next chapter. So we have to create our first chaotic core, which takes some Awakened Draconium, the dragon token, and some heavy duty plates, along with one of our Chaos Shards. So all we need for this is a recipe, and I've ordered up one more Awakened core. This is just waiting on some more tenebrae. We can put the pattern inside the interface, and once our Awakened core crafts, we can request our chaotic core, or missing Awakened dragon token. I guess we didn't have the recipe for this one. Now we can request it. Just has to make some Supremium ingots. The biggest bottleneck I think is actually Superium, which is made in the Lightning Craft Infusion multi-block. This is actually slower than the laser focus is, which is a bit strange, but... Oh, it's crafting. It's crafting. Let's see how long this one takes. I think it's a bit slower than the Awakened, but yeah, we may have to look at even better power transfer over here. The induction matrix is a little bit far away to run a cable. Well, maybe not actually. Maybe we could craft up some cryo-stabilized flux ducts from here over to there. We may have to look into that if that becomes necessary actually. Alright, we're at 90%. Oh, this is exciting. First chaotic core, here we go. And this opens up chapter 26, which I'm really looking forward to. I've never played through Alchemistry before. And this looks like a big jumbled mess of chemicals and elements and whatnot, but yeah, this looks like a lot of fun to me. Alright, so I don't actually know what I'm doing, so let's just follow the quest and we'll try to figure this one out together. So our first quest is to create some mineral salt in the evaporator. Oh, and this takes a chaotic core as well. And also 2 evaporation blocks. And what else was in the recipe? A draconic machine frame and some heavy duty plates. And we got our evaporator. Oh, I guess we need mineral salt for this. Okay, let's figure out how this thing works. Can we just hook up an unending bowl to this? Let's see. Oh yeah, it just processes the water from nothing, I guess, and makes mineral salt. Well, I suppose it evaporates it, but I didn't know the unending bowl had salty water in it. Oh well, I'm not complaining. Yeah, let's move this somewhere more appropriate. And I did mention that our alchemistry setup would be over here. Maybe we could repurpose this exit, which used to go down to our old mob farm, and somehow open this up here. Oh yeah, this will connect perfectly over to there. And this exit here, I think we'll probably just close back up. This used to be where we had our Celestial Gateway. Yeah, maybe something like this. So I've just enclosed the walkway here, connected it up to our main intersection. And obviously, we're going to need some applied energistics connections over here. So I think we've got a main line running right around here somewhere. Ah yeah, it's under here. Yeah, we have 2 channels coming off here. So in fact, we could just extend it this way. And that will give us quite a lot of channels to work with on these platforms. I am really hoping this is enough space for alchemistry, but since I've never played with the mod before, it's kind of hard to judge. Yeah, I guess let's dive in and we'll just see. Alright, so I've run a P2P connection under here and got some dense cable running all the way along. And I've also just hooked up the evaporator here with the unending bowl into a storage drawer and a storage bus on the bottom. And there's not much reason not to upgrade this drawer, so I guess we just max upgrade this thing. And there's our quest. Oh, and we get 32 Awakened Draconium for that. Alright, let's see what's next for us then. So next is, the next machine frame. Okay, so this is going to take some chaotic cores. We have 4 Chaos Shards left. A Draconic machine frame, there's no surprise there. Awakened Draconium, a Steel Singularity, and a Crystal core. Alright, well let's start with the Steel Singularity, which means going back to the Quantum Compressor we mentioned earlier on. Yeah, this thing over here. And while I was waiting on the first batch of Awakened Draconium, I did actually make up some of these advanced compressors. So we got 4 of those things. We just have to wait on our Awakened cores crafting. Alright, so the Awakened cores have just finished crafting. We can now request our first Quantum Compressor. And to be able to craft with this compressor, we also need the Singularification Catalyst. That's a mouthful. But that does also require another Awakened core. Let's make sure we start crafting that at the moment. But we have the materials for our first Quantum Compressor. So to automate the Quantum Compressor, we need to send 1,000 items into this thing of various different materials depending on which singularity we want to go for. I think pretty much all of the singularities are 1,000. Oh, there's a couple of, yeah. This we won't look at yet. There's like 2 million. Basically, we need to worry about 1,000 items, which is impossible with the 82 here. Well, not impossible, it's just not very easy, so I think we should look into packaged auto here, which does involve getting our scheduling processor. So we'll need our last inscriber press, which is the scheduling press. And I don't think we're going to bother making any more of these regular inscribers. We're really close to getting the mass inscriber. Oh, wait a second. We already have scheduling here. Oh, this is also used for thaumium. Okay. Well, that makes things really easy then. I was thinking we had to have to change some of the filters and things there, but I didn't realize this was actually also shared with thaumium. Well, in that case, we can just add a pattern recipe for this, with 1 Awakened Draconium in the input and the scheduling processor as the output. And the quest wants 4 of these things, which gives us 4 more for free. And with this thing, we have to make our packaging component. Oh, and this also gives us access to the higher tier of extra cells. But anyways, this packaging component just takes some Mirian and Awakened Draconium ingots. Gives us 10 Draconic cores. And this unlocks one of the best items in the game, which is the packagers. So we'll need 3 different versions of them actually. And what these will allow us to do is actually encode recipes with 81 unique items, rather than just the 9 that this pattern terminal allows. Oh, and our singularification catalyst, that's a mouthful. This thing. There's our quest for the compressor. So yeah, we want recipes for the packager, package encoder, unpackager, and there is also a packager extension. I don't think we'll need that at the moment. Let's just grab the recipe for it though. And we'll also need some recipe package holders, which are, wow, these are expensive for what they are. But these are basically the equivalent to the 82 blank patterns. Oh, and we're short Awakened Draconium. Oh no, that's not good. Actually, you know what? This is dramatically improved by the Quantum Entangler we added earlier. Oh, and I was wondering why our compressor was actually slower than I would have thought. I mean, this thing is like taking forever for these platings. And I realized that the output has been jammed up here, so we only have a basic item conduit that I set up when we first made this thing, but this compressor is way too fast for that. Let's use our trusty old integrated dynamics instead. Oh yeah, that's almost instant. Yeah, the recipe encoder does not need to be connected to applied energistics, but the packager and unpackager do have to be connected, so I think we've got some cables up here that we can use. So the packager we can place anywhere on the network, and the unpackager has to be next to this quantum compressor. So I think for the time being, since we only have one of these things, we will just set it up over here. This is almost certainly going to be moved anyway. And so the unpackager basically acts as an ME interface, so we basically can hook this up to the quantum compressor. Although I don't remember if this version automatically outputs to the compressor. We'll see about that in a second. So we want to encode our first pattern here for the singularity, and the one we were after was steel. So to encode our recipe here, we want to put our package holder inside the recipe encoder, and select the steel singularity. We don't need the singularification catalyst, since that will always be in the compressor. And then we want to change the inputs to 1,000 steel, which is 15 stacks plus 40. We want this on processing and save the recipe. One of these packages will go inside the packager, and the other one we can hook up to this unpackager. We don't have to worry about blocking mode, but we should be able to see steel singularities on request. I've also hooked up power to this via the Quantum Entangler porter. Let's find out if this automatically inputs. It does automatically input, okay, that's nice. And then there's a little bit of crafting time afterwards. Do we have it? We do have it, there's our first singularity. But yeah, apart from that, we're still missing this crystal core for the alchemical machine frame. And these titanium boxes, crystalline ingots, and condensed vitreous, we have no problem. However, we do need a rock crystal for this, and the tooltip says it has to be greater than size 300, and a purity of greater than 75. I'm not sure if we happen to have any like that at the moment. I very much doubt it actually. We may have to grow some more. Oh, this is 275 size. Oh, we've got one. This one fits the bill. Any more? I don't think so. Okay, let's get some more growing for later on. But I think we do unlock an easier way to make these later on. And to make these, we're going to use a recipe which does not include the rock crystal, but still has the crystal core as the output. And this will go into this interface, which we can manually craft with. So yeah, before unlocking the infused diamond recipe, this one down here, which I think is in the next chapter, we have to craft this manually. But there is our first crystal core, which I believe completes all the materials we need for the next tier of machine frame, which we can easily encode a recipe for. And this goes in our laser focus. Oh, and this is going to require one more chaotic core, I went back and actually claimed some of these quest rewards, and we get 10 Awaken cores for this Chaos Shard, which is really, really nice, along with some Awakened Dragon tokens for the Chaotic core. And quite a lot of plating actually for this Quantum Compressor quest. Wait a second, how long does this take? 200 ticks? Okay, this has been crafting quite a while now. I wonder if this laser is stuck. Oh, we don't have enough energy? Oh, this means that we're going to have to upgrade this energy hatch, doesn't it? And if we break this, it's going to void the inputs. Oh no, we should have checked this, I think, before starting this. However, to upgrade the energy hatch, this is the one we currently have. To upgrade it, we do need 4 chaotic energy cores for this, which requires large chaos fragments, and this is going to take, I think, 2 more chaos shards. Yeah, and a lot of wyvern cores and energy cores and awakened draconium. The worst part about this is actually losing the inputs for this, as that was a very expensive craft. Oh no, we're going to lose our chaotic core from this. Oh, I hope we don't have to fight another chaos dragon. Mistakes were definitely made there. Oh, mistakes were made. Okay, let's put in some recipes for this energy input hatch. Oh no, double mistakes were made. So in order to get this up and running, this next tier of energy hatch, we have to create more plasma cores inside the laser focus. So if there was any chance of us getting those inputs back, I mean, unless we make another laser focus, we're going to have to break this thing. Maybe we could take the energy input from this other multi-block we have up here. Yeah, this one, just to get our lasers crafted. Oh, this one isn't the right tier either. It has to has to be huge. Yeah, these are huge. Let's take these ones for now. Now it's processing. Okay, but yeah, we definitely lost that chaotic core. That's so sad. You know what, actually? I was just thinking about this. So the way we've got this set up is we have a power cell going into the huge energy input hatch. And I knew that these energy conduits were per connection. The power cell itself can only output 20,000 RF a tick. And this machine frame requires 128,000. So actually, after all that, I think it might actually just be this power cell. I could be wrong. We may still need this energy input hatch, but let's test this. Of course, we've already voided the outputs though, so... And there's actually a quest for it, which I almost missed, which gives us 8 free energy cores. And another quest, which should allow us to craft the last 3 of these that we need. And it's going to use another Chaos Shard. Okay, let's do it. And we're down to 1 more, which is exactly enough for another alchemical machine frame. Alright, let's fix this. There's our ludicrous energy input. And actually, I was going to test this thing, but I'm not going to take any chances. Let's just make sure we swap this thing out. And for the second time, let's request our first alchemical machine frame. Oh, it crafted this time. Oh, nice. Oh, that was a big fail. But we got our quest. So yeah, that opens up our quest for the first alchemical machine, which is the dissolver. And I think this is how we get all the different compounds and elements. Yeah, we have to just melt down a bunch of different stuff for this, which is going to be fun to try and figure out, but I think that's something we're going to do next episode. Before we start messing with alchemistry anymore though, I think we will pick up this mass inscriber and see about upgrading this room a bit more. It's way long overdue, so yeah. But I think that's going to do us for today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some more Divine Journey 2.